Joining us now, Dr. Kylie Cooper, a maternal fetal medicine physician. And Dr. Cooper worked in Idaho, but moved out of state after this abortion ban was enacted. Doctor, thanks for taking the time with us. I want to get to your story in a moment, but first, what we just heard there from Jennifer. How many stories like hers have you heard since Idaho's abortion ban was put in place?
So as a maternal fetal medicine physician who cares for high-risk pregnancies, pregnancy complications are not uncommon, and that includes, bleeding complications, infections, ruptured membranes, high blood pressure disorders, fetal abnormalities. There's so many potential complications out there, and so these circumstances certainly do come up, and these are, real people facing these real circumstances.
Since this abortion law took effect, listen to this, nearly 1 in 4 OBGYNs have left Idaho or retired. This is according to a report from the Idaho Physician Wellbeing Action Collaborative. Now, out of the doctors who specialize in those high-risk pregnancies, 5 of 9 have left the state, and that includes you. Why did you ultimately make that decision? Just how hard was it to make that choice?
It was an incredibly difficult choice. It's been about a year since I left, and I still struggle, with my decisions. But after Idaho's abortion ban went into effect, our ability to practice evidence-based obstetrical care was greatly impacted. And I felt this immense emotional and moral distress and was very fearful for my patients, particularly those that would experience early pregnancy emergencies and complications. And so in thinking about my own future in Idaho, having cared for these patients and continue to care for these patients, this care was now deemed illegal, and being forced to wait until someone is sick enough to meet a legal definition of imminent death to render appropriate medical care is not how medicine is practiced, and it wasn't something I felt that I could do, and so I ultimately made the decision to leave the state, and the restrictions on emergency care weighed heavily in my decision.
It had to be difficult to figure out where that threshold is, right? When you're looking at somebody who is in need of care. We know the Idaho abortion law does have this exception if a woman's life is threatened. Can you just kind of fill in that gray area where a woman might need emergency care that would end a pregnancy, but there's the uncertainty as a doctor over whether it rises to that life-threatening threshold?
Yeah. So every patient is an individual, and obstetrical medicine is very nuanced and comes in shades of gray. And there's all these continuums for illnesses. And so trying to determine when your patient is going to meet that definition, that's not how medicine is practiced, and it's not based in reality.
And so what do doctors do when they're faced with the uncertainty? Are they having to consult with lawyers before providing that emergency medical treatment?
Yeah, so the abortion ban has caused, practitioners to have to take a pause, to call a legal team, to consult with other people in terms of, is this patient meeting the criteria where we can proceed with the appropriate medical care? Do we need to find another place to send this patient? Is that a safe option for this patient? So yeah, it certainly has added a lot of barriers to medical care.
That sounds awful. I mean, what is that like? Does that just eat you up inside?
Yeah, it's awful. After the ban went into effect, I would lay awake at night and I would think about my past patients and just, relive being in the emergency room, in the operating room, on labor and delivery, seeing them, sitting in a puddle of blood, seeing them in pain, seeing the fear in their eyes. And that's scary enough, when we have all of our resources and abilities to manage things appropriately, but being in a position like that and not being able to use your expertise as you should be able to is just completely demoralizing.
Well, Dr. Kylie Cooper, thank you for shining light on all of this for us. Appreciate you joining us.